I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. This piano is a kind of typical example of World War I era style. Somewhat things really started to calm down. Not quite so ornate and fancy like this one here. This is more typical of turn of the century. This one's 1903. This one's 1915. So things are much more understated than they had been in the 1890s and early 1900s. Much more square, straighter lines, and you saw that throughout the late teens and early 20s. Really until the Depression, until about 1930, you saw much more of this. And so this piano is completely rebuilt. It has, of course, cosmetically perfect condition. It's satin, this satin ebony, satin black, and it's beautiful look. I really am happy with how it turned out cosmetically as well as functionally. So sticking to cosmetics, the keyboard is redone. The keyboard was in terrible condition, of course. The ivory was all chipped up and missing and worn out. And so this keyboard, one of the benchmarks of a nicely done keyboard when it's redone is you should be able to sight down this line here at the notches, and there should be a beautiful straight line. All these notches should be 90 degrees as opposed to kind of askew one way or the other. And these notches, all 90 degrees and beautiful straight keyboard job. Same with the sharps. The sharps are in perfect condition. This is a replica decal of what was there originally when we refinished it. Of course, we had to take off the old decal and put on a copy of what was there. Pedals, same thing. The pedals are not original, but are typical, kind of what would have been there originally. And of course, those are everything as far as the pedals are all of that is replaced and is perfect condition. Okay, so on the guts, this piano has had extensive work. So all of the strings, there are about 220 different tuning pins. There's 88 notes, but about 220 is about there's 3 strings on each note on most of the piano. Down here there's 2 strings per note, and down the very octave, the lowest octave or so, there's just one big fat string, which gives you about 220 strings. All of those have been replaced. Then the dampers, these are the dampers right here that I'm moving with the sustain pedal, the damper pedal. All of those are totally replaced. The hammers, of course, the hammers are what these little mallet things that strike the strings. Those are all new, and we used high-end hammers on those. It's the most expensive hammers that you can buy, Renner Premium Blues. The shanks are new, the bridle straps are new, the bushings and everything else has been either repinned and or cleaned and just refurbished, so it's in perfect condition. Piano sounds great with these brand new hammers. Has a nice rich, very rich tone all the way up. Awesome. So the piano's going to last. It's already lasted over 100 years. It wouldn't surprise me if it lasts again another 100 years, but that doesn't concern any of us. So I would give it reasonably of excellent service, probably 30, 40, 50 years, something like that. Even though it's already over 100 years old, and it's gonna continue to give excellent service for that 30, 40, 50 years plus. The address here, if you want to come try this one out, or many of these others. We do lots of these kinds of rebuilds, these old early 1900s, 1890 to 1930, these rebuilds. The address here is 1497 South State Street in Orem. Come check it out. Thanks for watching.